Oh, it was special. Yeah, it probably hasn't really sunk in, to be honest with you. The way we just won that game is pretty surreal, to be honest. Being around the game for as long as I have, I feel like I've maybe been on the other end of one like that, but and again, probably regular season, but the magnitude of what we were up against and to come through and to execute and to make plays, it's pretty special. So obviously, a few years ago when we kind of started moving in a bit of a different direction from the 2015, 16, 17, 18, those years, we felt like we had a plan, and then to kind of see the plan come into fruition here is real special.
What was it like to watch those moments over that 10-minute span of you guys falling behind 2 goals, fighting back, Hossack scoring to tie it, and then getting the game winner? Just what was it like on the bench there?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I think our composure on the bench, we were a little bit, well, it starts with me. I was a little bit kind of after the refs in the first half and kind of derailed our focus. And I felt in the second half we were really focused. They scored to go up 7-6, and we kind of just said, well, we got to get the next one. Shanksy scores a great goal to make it 7-7. They go up 8-7. They go up 9-7. There wasn't a lot of goals there for a long time, right? And all of a sudden now it's lacrosse. There's 4. We get the ball with a minute left, and you know it's just interesting too how things work out. That there was a TV timeout that allowed us to save our timeout, which allowed us kind of to get a set play in without having to use that timeout. And then the message to the guys was like, just execute. Really, like we feel like we can create a play and can generate a shot. We got to execute. Zach Mann's made a tremendous shot. We got another look 6-on-5. Obviously, Clark Walter right in front of the net. We were able to get our press team on. We do practice that, trying to get the ball in the air. I thought Mike Messenger made an unbelievable effort play. Ryan Barnwell, great play to get the ball up the floor, and then Matty Haas to get us to overtime. So pretty crazy on the bench, but to be honest, we were pretty calm. Like we were pretty calm, and obviously there was some big celebrating when we got that 9th goal to tie it. But really, at the end of the day, I think our composure, when we talk about doing things that move us forward, we were really good at it when we needed to be.
For a commitment to win that game and get the game to overtime, I just wanted to ask about that last series of Mike swatting his stick, causing the turnover, getting the ball quickly up the end and scoring, just that type of play and the commitment to try and somehow tie the game.
Yeah, and again, I think that's what we like to hang our hats on. We're a group that enjoy the work. We like the work. We feel like privileged that we get to go and work. And so to see Mess come up with that play, again, tremendous play, but when you think about it and you see his work day in and day out, you almost come to expect it even though you shouldn't, but that's just who Mike Messenger is.
As you shift focus now to Buffalo and a good opponent coming up, is there anything, or is it too early to start to break down film and where you guys match up, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, we played them once earlier this season, and then last weekend their games fell on Friday and Sunday. We played on Saturday, so we were able to catch a good portion of their Friday game after our practice, and then I watched all their games Sunday. So they're a handful. They got 2 of the best players in the league, in Josh Byrne and Dane Smith. They got arguably probably the best goalie who's ever played the game, maybe the best player who's ever played the game in Matt Vince, and they got a defense that's stingy, that takes away the middle of the floor, and they, besides those 2 guys up front, they got another 5 that can score. So again, we'll have our hands full, but our focus is going to be us. Our focus was us going into Halifax, our focus was us going into Georgia, and we'll worry about us and what we can control, and we'll be ready.
You have obviously a confident team throughout the course of the season, a team that's only gained confidence as the year has gone along. But what does a moment like this do for just belief for this group?
Yeah,
win a championship.
We spoke before the game about kind of 3 things, like believing in each other and ourselves and trusting ourselves, and then going out and executing. And again, I think when you get those results, I think it continues to grow. But again, I go back to our composure on the bench. It was just awesome. And so we know what we have in that room. We love what we have in that room. And truthfully, there's 30 people that are happy. They got to keep hanging out together.
Holden had mentioned 5 years, 6 years into the league now, this is his first playoff run, and the first 3 games have been magical. How important is it to enjoy tonight, and then when do you get back onto work for Buffalo?
Yeah, we'll get on to work with Buffalo tomorrow. Again, like I said, I think we've got a good start on them, having played them this year, having seen a number of their last games. They actually played Halifax fairly late in the season, so it's funny, you start breaking down film for Halifax, and all of a sudden, you're looking at Buffalo as well. So, some of the things we thought we could exploit against Halifax, we saw, how Buffalo played. So there's some of that stuff, but we'll definitely enjoy it tonight, and then we'll get to work tomorrow.